Tuesday, September 5th, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 2017. Update: Hurricane Irma from the National Hurricane Center. Cat 5 strengthening. That's as of right now, actually an hour ago. Went from 926 millibars to 916. Could be a record setter, and I'll explain why here in a minute. But I think tomorrow we'll have a much better idea where this thing is truly going to go. Right now it's been kind of a guessing game. But I will say here, this is a 7-day storm surf. It projects the highs and lows. It's been very consistent with its model pertaining to the high pressure and the steering mechanisms of this storm, keeping it just to the right and possibly on the right-hand side of Florida, the duration of the storm, then making impact in the Carolinas. And it's been like that and very consistent for the last couple of days. But I think tomorrow we'll know for sure. But I found something I want to show you. The spaghetti models are moving to the right. In fact, some of them quite dramatically, that were in the Miami right up the middle. Now they're to the far right of Florida, going straight into the Carolinas. Again, that could change, but I think tomorrow we'll have a whole lot better idea based off of this. Okay, but that's tomorrow, about 24 hours from now. But the models are moving to the right. Don't know if that's good or bad, because this is a big, strong hurricane that's quite possibly going to set a record for pressure measured. And I'll show you here at Tropical Tidbits. I used this during Harvey. It put out some numbers pre-Harvey landfall that nobody believed. And to be honest with you, that included me. This made a believer out of me. This was very accurate, and I was amazed. So I have great respect for this model. And here it goes. I'm going to show you what this model is forecasting. And again, reminds me of what it forecasted for Harvey. At first, I didn't believe it. Then a week later, it came true. And it was with the precipitation totals. It predicted 50 inches of rain, and it happened. Here's what it's predicting with the millibars of Irma. The lower the millibar number, the stronger the hurricane. Okay? It's already a Cat 5. The scale just doesn't go any higher than that. Here's the strongest Cat 5s ever recorded in the Atlantic Ocean. Wilma, Gilbert, then the Labor Day hurricane of 1935, and then Rita. Irma is already in the top 4 with wind speeds of 185 miles per hour. It's about to make the top 2, if this model is correct, with measured pressure, going below 888 millibars. And that usually increases the wind speed. But let me show you what this model is showing. And it also, too, is showing a right-hand side Atlantic into the Carolinas landfall. Here it goes. Stepping it through. This is September 8th. September 9th is at 911 millibars. 909. 900. 891. That puts it in the top 3 right there. And that's on September 9th. Right off the coast of Miami. 901 still, and now we're on to September 10th. 895, September 10th, just barely missing Miami, staying on the Atlantic side. 895 puts it in the top 4, tied for 4th place. Lowest ever recorded hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean. 889, it just took 3rd place, eclipsing 892. And that's on September 10th. 885. 888 was number 2. That puts it just below Wilma at number 1 at 882. Now it's in 2nd place, Irma, at 885 millibars. That is a intense hurricane. About as intense as one has ever been recorded. Going right towards the Carolinas. This is September 11th. It's at 886 millibars, 893 millibars, 895 millibars. Monday, September 11th, landfall. Actually, right there. September 11th, 18 Universal Time, landfall. It's right around noon, 11 o'clock. At 890 millibars. And that would put it in the top 3. strongest ever recorded. And I respect this model based off of the predictions it made on Harvey that came true. And I honestly, it was a week out. I didn't believe the numbers. I didn't think it could do it. It seemed impossible, but it did do it. So it looks like the models are starting to trend to the right. Here are the latest spaghetti models, and you can see the majority of them are trending right, going up into the Carolinas. But again, that is subject to change. But one thing that is for sure, the storm is strengthening. If it could get any stronger, it is at 916 millibars, sustained winds of 185 miles per hour. And on a final note, Venture Sky is showing it going to the right as well. I'll step it through real quick, away from the Gulf, up into the Carolinas. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you're in this area and you have power lines, if your power is supplied to your home or apartment by above ground power lines and you are in the path of this hurricane, I'd say there's a 100% chance you're going to lose power, quite possibly for an extended period of time. I have been through that exact scenario with Hurricane Charlie in 2004, and it happens quite easily, especially if the area has not seen a strong hurricane in quite some time. There will be a lot of debris flying around that can take out above ground power lines. If your power lines are below ground, then chances are you've got a pretty good chance of maintaining power unless a substation's hit. Above ground power lines, be prepared for power outages. Thanks for watching and be safe out there.